Hey everyone, this is Michael again, and welcome to the Friday Night Smackdown review. And tonight's Smackdown was from the Legacy Arena in Birmingham, Alabama. And before I start the review, if you guys haven't checked out my previous video that I uploaded earlier, which was the Black Friday Madness video, definitely go check it out. Went to Best Buy and Target. Got a few things at Best Buy, a few Blu-rays. So, definitely go check it out if you haven't seen the video. But anyways, SmackDown tonight, it was a shitty show in my opinion. It was a garbage show, awful. And the only thing that I liked about SmackDown tonight was Bray Wyatt. And the end of the show, which we saw that had to deal with Daniel Bryan and Bray Wyatt. So, but let's get on with the SmackDown review of this god-awful show tonight. So, SmackDown opened up with Roman Reigns. Yay! Ugh. Roman Reigns came out. Roman ends up getting a pop from the crowd, of course. Gets on the mic. He ends up saying that he knows it's a day late, but if you have leftovers in the refrigerator, then it's still the day. And he wishes everyone a happy Thanksgiving, which, of course, Thanksgiving was yesterday, and it's Black Friday. So Roman goes on about having family and good health this year, and that it's a blessing. Roman then thanks everyone, and fans cheer him on. Roman ends up saying that he has a lot to be thankful for, because Team SmackDown kicked some ass at Survivor Series. Roman ends up saying that he didn't do it on his own. So the crowd starts chanting NXT. We had a few fans I heard boo Roman, which I applaud. I applaud to those fans who booed Roman. Roman says it's all WWE and it's all one. But NXT didn't get the job done like SmackDown did. So Roman goes on to thank his partners, Chad Gable, Mustafa Ali, and Braun Strowman. He ends up saying that they had one dummy on the team, and we all know who it was. Of course, it was King Baron Corbin. So Roman ends up saying that he wants to bring the dummy out to apologize, to bring Corbin out to apologize. So out came King Baron Corbin. So Corbin gets on the mic, starts talking about Roman, talking about how he's better than Roman. Yeah, okay. And he ends up saying, why, as a king, he had a better Thanksgiving than everyone else. So Corbin goes on and says that he has someone to punish Roman tonight. So Corbin brings out the opponent for Roman. And of course, it's none other than Roode. So I see where this is going now. So this whole first 40 minutes of the show was Roman, Corbin, Roode, and Dolph Ziggler. Yeah, did we need this? Who asked for this? What do we do? What do us fans do to make WWE give us this? Nothing. So then we have Roman Reigns versus Robert Roode. That's what it was. That's what the match was. Absolutely fucking boring. Garbage. God awful. Roman ended up getting the win, of course. Ended up hitting the spear to Robert Roode. There you go. Roman Reigns ended up winning the match. Post-match, Dolph Ziggler comes in. Attacks Roman from behind. Beats down on Roman. Dolph is in the other corner, trying to deliver the super kick to Roman. Roman ends up catching Dolph, and he lays Dolph out with a Samoan drop. And Corbin ends up coming in. Roman ends up blocking him, sends him into the corner, and not to mention, when Roman ends up picking up the win, Corbin he slid his scepter to Robert Roode to use on Roman while the referee's back was turned. So eventually, it didn't happen. Robert Roode didn't attack Roman with the scepter, and that's how Roman ended up coming in, delivering the spear. So I just wanted to mention that. So Corbin came into the ring. Roman ended up blocking him. He ended up sending Corbin into the corner. Roode ends up coming in with the scepter. And he ends up dropping Roman. And Roode goes to the timekeeper's area, takes a chair. He brings it into the ring. Corbin, who is now watching from the ramp, Roode comes in, and he stands the chair up, grabs the scepter. Roode ends up grabbing Roman and puts Roman's head down on the seat of the chair. And Roode is yelling in Roman's face, and he goes to hit Roman with the scepter. But Roman moves out of the way. Scepter ends up hitting the seat of the chair. And Roman knocks Roode out of the ring with the Superman punch. So Corbin was still watching from the ramp. And we saw Roman look at the chair. Sees how the scepter put a dent in it. And, Roman ends up getting out of the ring, runs around. He drives. Corbin drives Roman into the barrier. Roman ends up going at it at Robert Roode, and Roman grabs the steel steps and swings the steps at Dolph as he's approaching. So he ends up knocking Dolph into the barricade, and Roman ends up lifting the announce table up. He ends up flipping the announce table on Robert Roode, and pretty much that was basically what happened. So that was basically how what happened post match. But all in all, very boring match between Roman and Roode. Did not care for it. I mean, who gave a shit? Who gave a shit about this match? Nobody. Possibly, nobody gave a shit seeing this. This took up 40 minutes. 40 minutes of just Roman, Roode, Corbin, and Dolph. 40 minutes of the show. We didn't need this. We didn't fucking need this. So then we went to the Firefly Funhouse. We had a new episode of the Firefly Funhouse. Bray Wyatt's there. He says he hopes everyone had a happy Thanksgiving. Bray Wyatt says he is thankful for the Universal Championship. And he holds up the Universal Championship and says it's only right that he also has one. And we see the Fiend, it's flashing with the Fiend, and the Fiend has his Universal Championship, which the championship is just, the Fiend's face on it, and I really like it. I really like the new title for the Fiend, with the face on it, and pretty much this is basically what it looks like. I'll put a picture up, but it has the Fiend's face, and it says hurt and then heal on the bottom. So I'm gonna show you all what the new title for the Fiend looks like, the Universal Championship for the Fiend. So here. So that is what the Universal Championship for the Fiend looks like. I think it looks really awesome. But Bray Wyatt then goes on to say that he loves his new toy and loved playing with Daniel Bryan at Survivor Series so much that he might do it again. Bray Wyatt asked, the Funhouse, if they want to see him play with Daniel Bryan again. And they do. So Bray Wyatt tells them to talk to Daniel Bryan, and all he has to do is let me in. And then we see the Fiend flashes, and Bray Wyatt, waves goodbye, and that was it for the Firefly Funhouse. But this was the only thing good on the show tonight. Bray Wyatt. The only thing that was good and likable tonight on Smackdown. Then after that, we had Mustafa Ali versus Drew Gulak, which the match was meh, in my opinion. Drew Gulak buried right here. He's been buried ever since coming to SmackDown. Mustafa Ali got the win, 0-5-4 on Drew Gulak. So there you go. Mustafa Ali ends up winning the match. Overall, very meh match. Then we had Bayley come out. And Sasha ended up making her way out also. They get in the ring. Sasha says, let's get one thing clear. They didn't come out here for a rah-rah speech, because you can leave that to Raw. So Sasha, wants to talk about what happened at Survivor Series, and she and Bayley make excuses about the pay-per-view, saying that Team NXT is not better. Bayley says SmackDown lost because the entire locker room let them down. And the crowd was chanting to Bayley, "Oh, you tapped out. You tapped out." So they go on talking about, some of the SmackDown superstars, talking them down. Sasha ends up talking shit about how Carmella will never be as rich as she is. Bayley ends up talking shit about Lacey Evans. Sasha says the entire women's division makes her sick. And so Lacey Evans ends up coming out. Lacey Evans gets in the ring. She gets on the mic, and she warns Bayley and Sasha. Lacey Evans went on to say that it's time that we get a real woman to be the locker room leader. So Lacey Evans goes on about her qualities. And we had the crowd chanting for Lacey Evans. It was Lacey Evans chants. And Lacey ends up taunting them for tapping out for Sasha and Bayley. When Sasha got in her face, Sasha got in Lacey's face, and Lacey Evans ended up dropping Sasha with a woman's right. And Bayley just did nothing. She just looked on. So Lacey ends up getting out of the ring. Bayley ends up checking on Sasha. And that was basically it. So very meh segment. Then we see Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan was backstage. He was thinking. Of course, he was thinking about what Bray Wyatt's going to do or say. So Kayla Braxton ends up interviewing Daniel Bryan. She asks Daniel if he's ready to answer the challenge from Bray Wyatt. So then we got another Firefly Funhouse segment. So we saw Bray Wyatt. He ends up walking up on Huskus the Pig, who says he ate too much at Thanksgiving dinner. He says he will only be better when Daniel Bryan plays with them again. So Bray Wyatt tells Huskus everything he knows about Thanksgiving is a lie. So Bray Wyatt goes on about a Thanksgiving story that leads to a Muscle Man music video. So Huskus ends up rapping as Muscle Man. Bray Wyatt ends up dancing to a beat. It was like a hip hop beat. We saw the Fiend ends up flashing a few times. Daniel Bryan was watching on the TV screen. And Bray Wyatt ends up saying he just wants to be let in. And he screams about not letting the reptilians in, or they will take over. So Bray Wyatt says he wants to be let in. The Fiend wants to be let in. Let him in. And the segment ends abruptly. Kayla Braxton still backstage with Daniel Bryan. We heard a yes chant from the crowd. And Kayla asks Daniel Bryan if he's up for the challenge. And Daniel Bryan just stared off. But really funny Firefly Funhouse, with the whole Muscle Man, Bray Wyatt. But like I said, Firefly Funhouse, only good thing on tonight's Smackdown. That was it. And plus what happened at the end, which I'll get to. Nikki Cross versus Sonya Deville. And before the match got underway, Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville were making fun of what Nikki Cross was wearing, or what she looked like. So then we had the match, Nikki Cross versus Sonya Deville. Very match. Nikki Cross ended up getting the win, pinning Sonya Deville. Post-match, Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose attacked Nikki Cross. They beat her down. And lo and behold, Alexa Bliss returns. Got a big pop from the crowd. Alexa ends up hitting the ring, making the save for Nikki Cross. And in the end, Alexa and Nikki Cross hit a double suplex on Mandy Rose. And that was how, what happened post-match. But Alexa Bliss is back. Let's see how long. Let's see how long before Alexa goes on another injury. We know Alexa and these injuries that she's been having, that she's been getting. Then we had The Miz. Miz ended up walking up on Daniel Bryan backstage. And The Miz was, as he's thinking about Bray Wyatt's challenge. Miz asks Daniel Bryan if he realizes how important he is to Smackdown. Miz ends up saying that Smackdown can't afford to lose Daniel Bryan, as family can't afford. Daniel Bryan ends up turning, stares at The Miz, and Miz was like, I may not like, we may be, enemies. So that was how basically, what The Miz had to say, encouraging Daniel Bryan to think about accepting Bray Wyatt's, challenge and taking on the Fiend. So then we had the New Day versus Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro, because the New Day was having a tag team open challenge match for the Smackdown Tag Team Championship. Sorry about that, but I was saying we had a open challenge tag team match for the Smackdown Tag Team Championships. And before I talk about that, before that happened, we had Dana Brooke backstage. Drake Maverick ends up walking up to her, tries to kiss her underneath a mistletoe, and Dana Brooke is disgusted by Drake Maverick, saying, "Oh, but you're married." Because Dana Brooke also asked about Drake Maverick's marriage. Drake Maverick ends up telling Dana Brooke that it's complicated. And then we hear a guitar starts playing. And Elias is back. Boy Elias is back. And Elias ends up taking a few shots at Drake Maverick. Talks about being back. Sings a new song. As Dana Brooke ends up dancing. And I did not give a shit. Boy Elias is back. Yay! Yay, I'm so happy. So then, before the Tag Team Open Challenge started, Kofi Kingston and Big E were on the mic. They were talking about, how Thanksgiving was yesterday and today is Black Friday. And because it's Black Friday, Big E says, we're opening our doors for a open challenge. So we had Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro come out, along with Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn then took the mic, tells the New Day to shut up. Sami says he's sick of them glamorizing a holiday like Thanksgiving and then Black Friday. So the fans end up starting to boo Sami Zayn. And Sami Zayn ends up shaming everyone for participating in the holiday. He says it's time that the SmackDown Tag Team Championships are held by men who can see past the nonsense. Which is why Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura are here to answer and step up for the challenge. So we had, of course, the match started, which the match itself, it was very, in my opinion, not, perfect or great by any means. You had one point in the match where Sami Zayn got thrown out by the referee because Sami Zayn ended up coming in with the plate that had the pancakes on it. He was going to try and hit, I think, Kofi with it, but the referee ended up seeing it. So the referee ended up throwing Sami Zayn out of ringside, and Sami Zayn was throwing a little temper tantrum, hissy fit. So that led to Kofi hitting the Trouble in Paradise to Cesaro. So there you go. New Day end up winning the match, end up winning the Tag Team Open Challenge match. They still retain the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. And basically that was that. But New Day, they're not going to lose the Tag Team Championships, just like that. They're going to have another long reign as Tag Team Champions. All in all, very match. Then we had Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan ended up making his way to the ring. He got on the mic. Daniel Bryan ended up talking about WWE Universal Champion Bray Wyatt, the Fiend Bray Wyatt. And he's about the Fiend offering him another title shot if he just let him in. So Daniel Bryan goes on about people giving him advice for the Fiend. He says he went into Survivor Series very nervous because of how the Fiend might change him the way he did to Seth Rollins and the others who the Fiend ended up attacking. So Daniel Bryan says he felt changed in the middle of the match. And we had, yes chant ended up breaking out. Daniel Bryan says he claimed on many occasions that the yes movement is dead. He says, but maybe, just maybe, the fans brought it back to life. So Daniel Bryan asked the fans if he should accept the challenge from Bray Wyatt. And the fans start chanting, yes, yes, yes. And he says it just doesn't feel right if he's not doing it with them. So Daniel Bryan ends up doing the yes chant with the fans. Then we have the Firefly Funhouse music comes on. Bray Wyatt appears on the Titantron. Bray Wyatt agrees with The Miz that Daniel Bryan will change again if he goes through this. He says he will take Daniel Bryan's mask off, meaning the Fiend. So Bray Wyatt goes on taunting Daniel Bryan and says he almost forgot. He did promise everyone a new friend tonight. So the lights go out in the arena, and the lights go out, and the red light, that stupid red light comes on. The Virtual Boy is turned on in the arena. The Fiend suddenly pops up from a hole in the ring. The Fiend then grabs Daniel Bryan and tries to pull Daniel Bryan under the ring. Daniel Bryan ends up fighting off the Fiend, but the Fiend ends up applying the mandible claw on Daniel Bryan. The Fiend then ends up putting Daniel Bryan under the ring, and all we see is clumps of Daniel Bryan's hair go on the other canvas. So the Fiend goes back under and manhandles Daniel Bryan more. So the Fiend ends up coming back up with more of Daniel Bryan's hair. So Bray Wyatt ends up, or the Fiend keeps pulling chunks of Daniel Bryan's hair from under the ring. And he ends up, they're all on the apron. And pretty much, basically, SmackDown ends with the Fiend or Bray Wyatt's laugh. And that's how SmackDown went off the air. But I really like this. I really enjoyed this ending to SmackDown. Basically, like I said, the only things that were good about tonight's SmackDown was the Fiend and Bray Wyatt. So what this means with the Fiend pulling chunks of Daniel Bryan's hair, are we going to see a bald Daniel Bryan? I think we are definitely going to see that. I think we're definitely going to see a bald Daniel Bryan coming out of this. And with WWE doing this, WWE got everyone a chance to see what's going to happen next week with how they take this, with the Fiend and Daniel Bryan. So this got us interested in checking out what's in store for next week with Bray Wyatt and Daniel Bryan. But it was rumored that Liv Morgan was going to show up. Basically, there's an image going around that Liv Morgan shaved her head and she's bald, and there's rumors saying that she's possibly going to join in with Bray Wyatt with the Firefly Funhouse. Probably Liv Morgan's gonna be a new character, as rumored. But we'll just have to wait and see what WWE is gonna do with that. But looks like we're possibly gonna see bald Daniel Bryan. But anyways, that's it for this review for tonight's SmackDown. Shitty show, garbage show. It was awful. Like I said, only thing good was Bray Wyatt and Daniel Bryan stuff. So that's it for the review. Thank you all for watching, and be sure to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe. Also check out my previous video that I uploaded earlier, which was the Black Friday Madness video. So definitely go check out that video. So thank you all for watching, and until the next video, which will be a movie review of 21 Bridges, which I did get to see earlier today before I did the Black Friday video. So movie review will be up of that maybe tomorrow or Sunday, maybe. So until that video, I'll see you all later.